guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Ashley, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is going to be Vlogmas Day 10. So in this video, we just discussed what we've learned from 2020 and pretty much what we want to get rid of and what we want to start new in 2021. Yeah, if you want to see what I learned in 2020 and some gems that I'm giving to you guys that I hope that will help you in your future endeavors, then just keep watching. Hey you guys, so for today we're just going to do some makeup. It's been a while since I've done makeup on here, and I just want to do some makeup with you guys, and I want to reflect on 2020 and talk to you guys about some of the lessons that I learned and some of the things that I was working on for my personal growth. And then I want to give you guys an opportunity to share with me what you guys have worked on for this year for personal growth and what you've learned and what you want to take away from this year and take into next year, or what you don't want to take into next year. So let's just jump right into it. So on my eyes, I have these beautiful lashes, y'all. I got tops and bottoms, girl. And this sign is a new addition to our little backdrop, but it's so far away. It just says Basics of Beauty, which is my beauty brand that I am starting. So you guys, wow. Like, I feel like it's not even necessary to say what type of year this was, right? But for a lot of people, this year wasn't bad, because a lot of people utilize this year to launch businesses, to grow, to expand on things. And, you know, for others, this year wasn't so kind. And for everybody, I think everyone probably suffered some type of loss this year. And everybody was tested this year. The good thing about it, what I think about most from the year, is that we all went through this together. Like, every single person on this planet just about had to suffer, I feel like, this year, whether it be things that we had to see, consume, you know, lack or anything. I feel like people bonded together in ways, and I also feel like a lot of people were torn apart. At times it felt kind of helpless, just looking at the media and seeing like people being and hurt over nothing, essentially. Or, you know, you've seen cases constantly where children have been harmed, women, men being robbed, men losing their lives to police brutality, so many things. And it's just like a lot to consume. So I wanted to take away, and y'all know I like to let my foundation sit on my face. I wanted to try to take something positive away from all of this, and also just reflect, give people a moment to, if you haven't already, think about, you know, these are the last days before 2021, and just to start thinking about what you want for the next year. What do you want to attain? Or if you need to even reflect on some things that you did well this year, any type of baggage you don't want to carry into the next year. Just give people an opportunity to think about all of that stuff. So for me, one of the things that I wrote here is that moving funny is necessary for success. And the reason why I say that is because for a lot of people, it's been kind of ingrained in our heads that moving funny is a bad thing. Now, I think that moving funny is bad when you like get a lot of success or whatever and reach all your goals, and then you start treating people like they're trash or something like that. That, I think, is not okay, and that's not what I'm referring to. But more so, knowing how to accept that everything is not for you. Knowing that it's nothing wrong with evolving, and that you're deserving of good things, especially if you put in the work. If you put in the work and you start to see the fruits of your labor, absolutely, I think, flex, do what you want to do, you know what I mean? Make good choices. But I think it's been, like I said, programmed into people's head that it's a bad thing to start moving funny. And the first thing that people say when they see somebody moving to the next level is that they're moving funny. Maybe that person can't call you as much as they used to. Maybe that person can't hang with you as much as they used to because they have bigger goals in mind and they've made a lot of sacrifices to get to where they wanted to be. And you know, if success wasn't hard, it would be something that everybody does, but it's not. And I'm not saying that to make people feel bad, because I for sure am not at the level of success that I want to be at, but I'm working towards it. But I know what it feels like to be very stagnant and be comfortable and not even want to look outside my own, you know, reality for something better, for something beyond what I'm experiencing at the current moment. So I'm not saying that to bring anybody down. If anything, I want to bring awareness to the fact that, you know, if nothing else, for the rest of this year, moving into the next year, look at what you've overcome being in this whole situation with the rest of the country and the rest of the world. Look at what you have overcome and just realize that, wow, you're still here. There's a lot of people that didn't make it. Point blank period. There are a whole lot of people that were 1 seat, 2 seat, 3 seats short this year at the table, and that wasn't us. So I think that that says something. I think that that means something, and I think it's time to grasp life and take control of your destiny as much as you can, because there are things that are just simply not in our control. We know that. So moving funny, in my opinion, and this has just come from growth, because I used to like think moving funny was something bad too, but moving funny, in my opinion, is inevitable if you want to be successful, because you cannot think about when you were going from middle school to high school, when you were going from elementary school to middle school, when you were going from high school to college, when you were going from school to the working field. You could not carry the same things, the same people, all that stuff with you necessarily. So you have to understand that moving funny is not a bad thing. Sometimes, like, you have to put things into perspective. Like for me, when I want to attain like a new goal or something that I set for myself, or make a change, I have to evaluate what I'm doing currently, and then I have to break that down and see what it is that I can change about my current circumstance, my current like my day-to-day activities. What could I do differently to make me be more success-minded and goal-driven? So it starts with yourself. Yes, you have to know what you can alleviate that's not going to be beneficial to your end goal, and that's very hard to do. I'm not even going to sit here and act like that's easy. It is so hard to break up your time and not feel bad about it. I mean, that is just hard when maybe you're somebody that was always accessible and now you're not as accessible, because you're literally choosing yourself. You're literally choosing your future. It's hard because at times you're so stressed, but you have to maintain your bearings. You can't just be out here making people feel like you don't care about them, you know. So it takes a lot of work, especially when you are trying to reach new levels that you've never reached before, like, and you're trying to do it on your own, just to be successful, to leave your mark, and to leave your mark, possibly have a legacy, not listen to naysayers and letting any obstacles get in your way. All of that is really, really hard. I'm not saying that to discourage anybody. It can be done. It just takes work. And so yeah, moving funny is definitely, I feel like, a key to success. The next thing I have on my little list here is basically removing things that keep you stuck, that keep you stagnant, muddy water. Like, you really have to alleviate distractions at times, and you got to really, really, really be self-aware. You got to know what to avoid so that you can be productive. That was something I learned this year. Discipline, self-discipline, I learned this year. Breaking bad habits. If there's something that you like to do, for instance, maybe it's I don't know, but if you have a vice, you're gonna have to learn how to have control of those habits. If it's something that you absolutely have to do to keep your sanity, something that you enjoy, do what you got to do. But only thing I can say is that you have to start maybe using those things as a reward, as an incentive to, you know, get things done, and then you can do X, Y, and Z. And you really got to start like changing and tweaking little things to start to walk into your succession and to break bad habits. Again, a lot of checking yourself, a whole lot of checking yourself. I've been checking myself all year. So yeah, putting things into perspective, all of that, breaking bad habits, it takes a lot of mental strength, y'all. That's why it's so important with this self-care, the mental health, all of this stuff. It takes a great deal of mental strength to block out all the distractions, all the negativity, and just keep focusing on your goal and the light at the end of the tunnel. It can be done, but it's going to take work every single day. And that's what I've been doing. So I'm not even doing my makeup. The last little bullet that I have here is procrastination. So I think procrastination is something that affects a lot of people. That's super relatable. For me, procrastination has always been my thing. Put it off, put it off, put it off. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things. Number one, if you have people around you that encourage you to put things off, either get rid of those people or don't deal with them as much, because your outside influences 100% go hand in hand in, you know, your daily activities and what you get done, how much you accomplish. That's why they say you hang around with 5 broke people, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. So be conscious of the company that you keep, the people that you talk to, the things that you consume, the music that you listen to. All of those things play a part in your mental strength, even subconsciously. Just try to be as self-aware as you can. And also, for procrastination, something that I've been trying to do more is make my daily list, of course, and check off things as I get them done, and then carry it over to the next day if I need to. And also, not beating myself up. I'm only one person. So realistically, write down things that you think you can get accomplished. And sometimes, yes, your list may carry over to the next day. It's perfectly fine. But with procrastination, the main thing that I want to point out is treating yourself to something. You know, make a incentive for yourself. If you get this done, then you get to do whatever. And don't do that thing until you get your task done. And this will help you if you start incorporating that. That is one small little thing that will help you so much. Like, just really push yourself, test yourself, see how hard you can go, see how much you can get done. And each day you try to work on that, it'll get better. It'll just be something that becomes second nature to you. But the treating yourself thing is so important, because you know, we can't sit around and look around for people to notice every single thing that we do as much as we want them to. That's just not reality. People have things going on as well. People have a lot of different things that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So be that person for yourself. Show up for yourself. Treat yourself, reward yourself, and don't have to explain it to nobody. As long as you're getting your goals and your tasks done, whatever it might be. If you need to do laundry, if you need to clean out the litter box, if you need to take out the trash, reward yourself. So start making self a priority. Making sure self is good is absolutely the most important job of your day, because if you're not good, nobody's gonna be good. At least that's how I operate. So with that, I want you guys to let me know down below what you accomplished this year. What is something that you are proud of yourself for accomplishing this year? What did you start? What did you finish? Are you moving? Do you have a new job, a new pet? Were you able to go back to school? Did you finish a project that you have been putting off? Anything positive, write that down in the comments down below. Also, even if you didn't get anything done and you just like this year was kind of just like a year of sitting still for you, that's still very much an accomplishment, especially if you were someone that was a career person and perhaps your job closed down or they had to let you go or anything like that. This year, believe it or not, for a lot of people was a breath of fresh air. And I know that as Americans, it's hard for us to say that because we work here. And even people that are not Americans, I don't know why I said Americans, but as people, it's engraved in us to work hard, to work for what you want. And having things handed to you is not smiled upon. So we have that drive in us, and nobody wants to be a failure. So for a lot of people, it was really hard for them to adjust to just being at home. Like, what do I do? I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. And so I'm not going to make anyone feel bad or shame anybody if they didn't start a project or anything like that, because for some people, this was a year literally for them to be able to sit down. So what I will say though is just, what is a goal that you have that you want to work on? What's something that you've always wanted to do or try, or somewhere you've always wanted to travel to? Yeah, I just want everybody to kind of interact and get the conversation going as far as if you didn't actually start or complete anything this year, what do you have, hopes for next year? Okay, y'all, so I went ahead and finished up my makeup, and so basically I just want to end the video by telling you guys, during this whole break, I'll just say during the break, I focused on trying to get rid of some toxic behaviors of mine, and it's still like a constant struggle. It's something that I work on a lot. And so I've been spending a lot of time working on things that will help me be a better businesswoman and to reach, the success that I want. I have been networking a little bit, as much as I kind of could, as much as I know how. I feel like I need to take some courses, honestly, because there's some things that I just don't get about social media and the algorithms, etc. I taught myself pretty much how to start a business as far as my lip glosses. As most of y'all know, I'm starting a brand called Basics of Beauty LLC, and this is my first time launching a brand such as like selling a product. It's going to be interesting and a challenge for me. Everything has been a challenge thus far, especially sticking with all my plans even when I can't see the fruits of my labor, so to speak, just yet. I do have you guys are really a big part of what keeps me doing what I'm doing, because when you guys give me feedback and tell me, that helped me, or you can relate to this, or that's all I ever really wanted, was for people to one understand me, be able to relate, and for me to be able to share my experiences with people and to make people feel good. So that's my whole thing. And so that's why I give so much of my time and my energy to this, because I just have so much. I have so many goals for the future, and so I'm just trying to take the steps that I know how to take to get there. So yeah, for me, I focused on launching a brand, which it's not officially launched. The brand is not officially launched yet, but it's coming super soon. Yeah, just trying to be more transparent, more open with you guys. I feel like I probably need to do an updated get to know me tag. So if you guys have any questions about me or things that you think I should share, let me know down below, and we can do an updated get to know me, because I feel like we have more subscribers a little bit more now. So I don't want you guys just to be watching me talk and not even know who I am. Even though I feel like I share little bits and pieces, but yeah, if there's anything specific that you want to know, just let me know. Also, if you have any questions or concerns about any experiences, if I've experienced something, you can hit me up in the comment section, or you can slide in my DMs on Instagram. So that's basically the end of the video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and again, I hope you are enjoying Vlogmas, and there are many activities to come, so I will see you guys very, very soon. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.